5 minutes. I'm like, where the fuck is my eraser? I'm just like looking around, trying to find it. Yeah, and Tony told me to get the Monster Hunter beta. It's kind of difficult when it's done today.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was another day or two left for it, so I was like,
Your mic.
Is that Monster Hunter World?
Yeah.
Fade out for you.
It looks cool.
I just pre-ordered it because pretty much everyone's playing it.
I'm not.
Well, me, Adam, Chris, Tony.
What pain? What?
Monster Hunter World.
No, but never mind.
is that any better?
Nope.
Nope.
Cool.
Definitely fucked up, man. That'll do there. That'll do there.
So yeah, I don't even remember where we are.
That's why I'm going to do a recap, and also why I wanted people to write recaps.
Unfortunately, I did not have time to sit down and write a recap.
I noticed. Very disappointing.
You know, when I can do that shit, I do it. 5. And then I think we paid for like the limo and a couple other things.
Forgot about limo.
Going to weddings is too expensive. Can't imagine hosting.
Being in a wedding is expensive. It's like, hey, you're a best man. It's like, shit, I gotta drop like $2,000.
Yeah.
That's legitimate. Like, I mean, Adams was fairly low scale, and I still between the bachelor party and like all the other little things, I definitely dropped like $1,800.
In exciting news, during one of my classes already, I decided not to pay attention. I wrote about 3 pages of magic items.
Oh.
And that's why you told us about magic items.
It's been on my mind. I've been trying to come up with some fun stuff. I took notes during watching random movies. I was like, oh, I like that idea. Oh, I like that idea. I literally wrote reminders on my calendar that popped up about 50 minutes ago to remind myself of some of my ideas I want to try. Should be interesting. Aw, look at that. Adam sharing the love. Alright, Chris, do you want me to wait for you for the recap since it's only 10, or...
Yeah.
Dude, your mic, Adam. You've got the same headset as me. Why do you have problems?
Right. Oh, before we start, so all you guys are getting Monster Hunter, right?
No, I'm not getting Monster Hunter.
Well, everyone else, I guess.
Oh, I guess I don't count then.
No, I do plan on getting Monster Hunter. Yes, I'm picking it up on what is it, Friday? Yeah.
I have about an 8-game backload, and then I just got South Park for super cheap. So I now have a 9-game backload. So I won't be getting to Monster Hunter for a while.
I've been super excited about World, so I was playing the beta, and
I mean, I tried the beta. I didn't really do any missions. I just did the training area, but I'm just trying to figure out what weapon I should invest time in. I know Tony's doing gun lance.
Tony's doing gun lance. Chris wants to do support, so he's thinking about doing hammerhorn.
Okay. You said you were going to do what, like that insect glaive? Which is totally badass.
If I do any melee, it would be insect glaive, but I have recently begun to enjoy the light bow gun.
Ooh.
So I'll probably play ranged.
Okay.
And I believe Ryan was talking about going switch axe.
Is that the one, the Great Sword Axe, or the?
Yeah,
the
it's like the sword and shield.
Oh, okay.
That swaps
Sure.
over. I think that's the one he was looking at.
All right, yeah, that one is badass.
So, got a little bit of variety.
Well,
I will say
probably-
Tony's Palico already has like a great name if he runs with it. So
Palico?
the little cat helpers.
Oh, I didn't know you could name them.
Yep, he definitely named his Meowly Cyrus.
All right. With a few of you I've got here, let's just clarify stats. So, David Urfer, I have you 15 armor class. You don't have your character sheet up. Okay.
No, I do.
Okay. You don't know what your armor class is.
I don't know.
Even
It's
worse.
15.
Even worse. Max hit points 49.
Yep.
Wisdom bonus of a 1.
Yep.
Passive perception 11.
Passive perception is a 14.
Okay. And what is your luck bonus?
My luck bonus is a 2.
Adam,
Yep.
armor class 20.
Yes.
Max HP 90.
Yes.
Wisdom 4.
Yes.
Passive perception 17.
Yep.
Your luck bonus is
2.
Is that why I don't have it here? Yeah, that's why I don't have it here. All right, Mike, what's your luck bonus? I don't have that one down at all.
My luck?
You didn't
14.
roll it, you dirty cheat. Right. Run both spreadsheets. Chris still ain't on yet. Ryan's not back yet. All right. What do we got? Confirm languages. Let's go through. Trevok. Common, Halfling, Gnomish, Dwarven, Elven.
Common, Gnomish, Halfling, Dwarven, Elven. Yes.
All right. Urfer, Common, Halfling, Elven.
Common, Abyssal, Draconic, Halfling,
I never updated this. All right. Common, Halfling, Abyssal,
and Draconic.
Draconic. Why on earth, with your pack, do you speak Abyssal?
So he
I'm
knows
gonna
what
need
the
some
enemy's
backstory.
saying.
I'm gonna need some backstory. Belmar, Common, Dwarven, Druidic, Ignan.
Yep.
He gave me a reason for the Ignan, Dave. I understand why he speaks Ignan.
It just says pick some languages, man.
Lawrence.
Yeah, but with your pack, how did you come across that? Figure it out. Yes, Adam.
Sorry, passive perception's 18. Forgot
Look
to
at
up my proficiency when I leveled.
If this is a photo of your character sheet, Chris, it's a picture of your character sheet.
Glean what information from it you will.
You're annoying, dude. Your armor class high.
And now Chris is like, shit.
I don't see your luck written in on what you sent me, so if you could type that in somewhere, Chris, that'd be cool.
+2.
Thank you. But I thought I had written down on the other sheet, but I didn't feel like checking it. Problem with having multiple sheets. There's language coming in front of me. See, and I know why he speaks Infernal, Dave. I don't know why you speak Abyssal. Draconic has some place, so I'll give you that one, but I don't know why you got Abyssal. I'm just curious. You know what happens when I'm curious? I want some reasons.
He speaks Infernal because it's his race.
Well, yeah, as I said, I know why Chris has.
So you're saying I should speak Sylvan instead of Abyssal?
That would make more sense.
He did make
Wanna
him
ju-
change it to Faceite.
You want to just change it?
Do you want to change it?
It makes more
character?
sense.
I'm not going to change your character if you don't want it.
No, that makes sense.
Fucking Dave.
I just picked them.
Of course you did.
Because you told me to.
Sorry. I must have said something to Dave because he just posted a thing. While I'm satisfied with a Pats win, the NFL should really adopt a maximum 15-yard for all penalties.
Oh, there's Wes 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, he just said, see you in the Super Bowl, like, faggots or something like that.
I love how humble all the Pats fans are. Ryan, just clarifying character stats before we start. Your armor class 17,
Yes.
max HP 95.
No, max HP is 92, temp HP is 95.
Right. That's right. I see it now. Wisdom bonus 3.
Yep, with advantage to certain things, as you know.
And disadvantage on hearing. Anything listening related. That's not weird.
Correct.
Yeah.
Charisma.
Passive perception 14.
Yes.
You speak Common, Elven, Gnomish, Abyssal, and Druidic?
Yes. I don't have Druidic on here, but yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you learned Druidic. We established that.
Yeah.
And your luck is a +2.
+3.
+3. Okay.
Yep, 16.
All right. Since everybody seems to have spell casting, what's your spell seat DC, Adam?
My spell DC is, I believe, 15.
That's what I have. Ryan, what's your spell DC?
14.
That's what I have. Dave, what's your spell DC?
17.
Higher than I have. How do you have 17? How'd you get up that high?
Proficiency is +4. Charisma is another 4, and then Rod of
Right. Okay.
Rod of Keeping is 1.
Okay, and Chris, your DC.
Uh, 20, I think.
Yeah.
8 plus 4
12.
plus 19, sorry.
Still, damn. And Belmar, your DC.
16.
Yeah, see, I need updates on that shit.
Lawrence, mine's also 16, same reason, didn't up proficiency.
Gotcha.
Um,
Ryan's like, oh, I'm up too.
no, hold on. What is it supposed to be?
8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Modifier,
Yeah.
generally.
What's my modifier? Wisdom, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, still 14. I do my math right, fuckers.
Trevok, are you you're wielding your flame blade?
Yes.
Baracus, you are shielded and barehanded.
Yes, also, it is actually 20. I have a 22 charisma.
How the fuck do you get a 22 charisma?
You gave me a 2 buff.
From
I will reward for something. I don't remember specifically what.
was it? It had to have been temporary. No way, I
No.
do a permanent +2 to charisma.
Was yours one from a book?
Yes, it was.
Ah,
No, one of the books, yep.
yep. See, that wasn't a reward for something. That was because you stole, what was his name, Balador's book, and started reading it. Damn. That's fucking ridiculous. Badger, you're using a crossbow and a warhammer still?
I am using a short bow and the Mace of Disruption.
Urfer, are you using any weapons?
Daggers, light crossbow, which I never use.
Yeah, why would you? Elmar, any weapons besides your staff?
No, I got that my wooden shield. So my AC is what, 17? That's it.
You got a staff and a wooden shield?
Yep.
Staff? Your staff
Well,
can
a
go
quarter
one-handed?
staff.
What?
A quarter staff, so it's versatile. I could go one or two-handed.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't remember if that can be used two-handed or not. Or one-handed or not. Alright, I would also advise everybody to review their magic items so they know what consumables they have on them, so that we're not last minute going, oh shit, I had this. It's been a while, so make sure you review your shit. That includes odds and ends you may have had, scrolls, potions, other random magic items that you may not have been using, and any notes you may have from prior gameplay, as well as I would advise reading some of the stories from your teammates.
Baby is pissed. Oh, that's right. I was reading a book of. Was I reading the book of plants? Was that what I worked on? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're also like wandering off, not knowing what everyone else
Yeah,
is
but
doing.
I know what that's about.
Yeah.
I've talked to Ryan enough on the side.
And I like to RP, Dave.
Trevok has a shit ton of papers and books.
Yep, 3 books, one on translocation, one on alchemy, one on arcane, and 25 scattered pages and books. 25 pounds of scattered pages and books.
I'm also a master chef.
I also
I don't
have
know if you've attained the rank of master yet, but you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Plus 2's not quite master chef, I guess.
Plus
And-
6.
Plus 6?
Yeah, I got plus 6 on cooking.
Alright, so, last time on D&D and Alimar. I assume we're not recording since I haven't seen an alert.
We should be live.
Oh, I
Yep.
didn't get an alert. It's a little disappointing. I like seeing the alert as I'm about to start talking. gives me a clue what Adam's thinking.
I can stop it and start it again.
It's fine. Just tell me, what's the title?
We return.
Alright, again, fair.
Perfect.
Alright, last time, after somewhat defeating the vampire menace in the city of... Shit, I don't remember the name.
Iron Step.
Iron Steps.
Step.
Iron Step, there it is, yep. After somewhat defeating the vampire menace of Iron Step by obtaining the dark artifact and slaying the Lord Hajab. Helm was taken under control. It proved to be a greater menace under the demonic control, sucking in his ill-fated companion Trevok into the same darkness. Returning to their friend Imam, the party was able to use a great magical spell to bring one companion back to life. Choosing their longer-standing companion Trevok, they wished him back to life, fully alive. His memories tattered, his gear missing. After much discussion with the now weakened Imam, the party opted to leave bits of their own vital essence behind for future resurrection potential. Nice little reminder for everybody there. Huh?
What I leave? My ear?
No, you lost it otherwise.
I have your ear.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we all just left vials of blood.
No, you pulled out a tooth bad, Ryan.
Where was I? Threw me off. Ah! Alright. The party then ventured back out after finding that terrors were racking the streets at night. Apparently the demon had been cut loose. After a brief encounter with the trio of mercenaries who seemed out for blood, and the release of some kind of abyssal form into the greater world at large, the party retreated back into the city. Discovering an abandoned temple, the party encountered the halfling Urfer. An odd fellow indeed. who indicated they should check out the temple behind him. Venturing into the catacomb depths of that very same abandoned temple, Baracus was struck with a face from his past. A dwarven alchemist of some quite arcane power seemed to be operating, continuing his tests on unwilling subjects, but through the use of golems and the great dwarven ironworks that appear to be resident beneath the city itself. After attempting to capture the alchemist, the party ventured downwards towards those very pit of ironworks where they found themselves trapped, and had to face off against a horde of gibbering Malders, followed by a Hydra.
Oh,
Upon
God.
defeating the Hydra, the party was confronted with the face of the dwarf once again, speaking to them through a magical mirror. He gave them a task, offering to help them to defeat the vicious presence of the city in the city above, if they were able to gather him certain items. Baracus, not quite satisfied or happy to be working with this evil face from his past, nonetheless gave in to the greater good, and the party complied and agreed to do so, to gather the elements. The eye of the coven, an adult dragon's fang, the heart of a Rakshasa, and the wing feather of a diva. The dwarf offered to teleport the party to the location where they could find a Rakshasa. They were also aware of the dragon, a little ways to the east, had made its home. The coven and the diva were up to them, though they'd been given the hint that perhaps in the swamp to the northeast they may find just such a coven. Upon returning back to the church top, Baracus decided we must go rescue those slaves we saw, where he became face to face with his villainous past again. Lashing out immediately, his party members were able to restrain him and flee back to the surface. Urfer, after being spoken to by Belmar, received this mysterious message and fled out into the forest. Belmar sneakily attempted to follow, hopping from tree to tree as a raven. And once Urfer found the stone circle and a message left by his Fey Pack Lord, lashed out with magic and struck Belmar from the tree. Then Dimension doored away, leaving a confused, injured, and embarrassed Belmar behind. Returning to the tavern where his mates, his new crowd of people, rested, he revealed the parchment which showed a map to a hag's coven in the swamps to the northeast. Belmar attempted to confront, was only further embarrassed as Urfer revealed his own shame to him. And that is where we left the party. The map to the coven, the dragons to the east, teleportation awaiting them to the Rakshasa's heart. Who knew where the party would find the wing feather of a diva?
Where's Beyonce?
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to find the right button for Dave.
That's not going to be the noise when Dave dies later.
I think we're in a tavern.
You're in the elf's final rest.
Yeah, we helped take care of the wounded, and this is where you came back to show us the map and whatnot.
We did sleep before we finished.
Yeah, that's why everybody's at full health.
So if we ended on going to sleep before the end of the last session, then I will go downstairs for breakfast.
You note that no one seems to be tending bar.
I'm going to look around, and assuming I see no one downstairs, I'm going to go check on the wounded. All right, fair. Yeah, I'm gonna assuming there's no one downstairs at all. Checking on the wounded from the night before.
You find Schvolkald administering to the sick, along with the priestess Lily Tightfinger.
Hello, Buffers. You want to come see me? You want to come see me? Say hi to everybody. Yeah.
Dude, look at that head of hair.
Say
Dang.
hi.
Well,
You gotta cover one eye with it so she can learn to be emo early.
Who's that?
Marilyn says someone put that baby in a L'Oreal commercial.
New L'Oreal, because you're worth it too, babes.
L'Oreal, sponsor us.
And also
She just got a bath too, so it's a little more luxurious than normal because it's kind of doing the wave thing over here.
That's what L'Oreal will get you. Plug our pseudo sponsors hard, man.
YouTube just changed all their monetizing
Scheme.
scheme. Yeah, you have to log 1,000 hours or you have to have 1,000 followers and like 4,000 streamed hours within the last year or some shit. So, see ya.
Yeah, you're making videos like 3 times a day for that.
Yeah. Filming
What do you see?
people hanging in the suicide forest.
What do you see? You see all these neckbeards playing D&D?
Hey, not a neck beard. Beard's clean. Neck's clean, rather. Shit.
There you go, Chris. So, seeing Volkald and Priestess Lily, I'll say, hell, I hope the morning's treating you better than last night.
Well, a little better. Most seem to be recovering all right.
Can I have a first?
Good, good. Anything I can do to assist this morning?
Kill the demon.
We're at that simple.
So we going? Come on, guys.
Dave says to an empty room.
You all went to bed, Dave. You gotta leave your room and go find everybody.
All right, fine. I go downstairs
You find an empty room.
and I find an empty room. Fuck. Where the hell is everyone? I'm gonna ask the bartender which rooms my companions are in and go wake them up.
Speak to an
Dave,
empty
you have
bar.
missed the past like
Speak to
10
an empty
minutes.
bar. You note that there is literally no one in the room. Besides a half-drunk bard strumming idly on a lute.
We do have as far as the demons go, we do have a plan. I hope we can be quick about it, but should probably stay bunkered down as best you can.
Then best you be off then. Take what
Aye.
you need from the stores.
I thank you. I hope we return swiftly and with success.
He stands, arching his back, cracking a few plates on his back as he does so, and holds out a gruff hand to you.
I shake.
Swift journey. Kill it quick.
Be safe, friends. And now I will head down to The half-drunk bard room.
where you see the drunk bard strumming, and you see Urfer talking to himself at the bar.
None of this surprises me.
So legitimately, as an aside, we have a dude at work who has like autism and mild Asperger's, and he pays more attention than Dave does. Like legitimate, like we'll tell you.
Solid update, Chris.
Alright, I come downstairs.
Alright, you see Urfer mumbling to himself at the bar, the half-drunk bard, and you see Trevok standing behind him just mutely shaking his head.
I'm going to not say anything and go into the back room where the kitchen is.
Urfer, you are now aware companions are in the room. As you watch Badger walk past you into the back room, which stirs your attention to Trevok standing behind you.
I'm gonna be like tapping my foot and be like, they're taking too long. Need to go now.
So, wait, you're doing this after you see us?
Yeah.
Trevok, you hear this. Badger, you hear this as you pass into the back room.
I ignore him.
I'm just gonna mutter, we found ourselves a damned fool.
Remember, you like this character of Dave. Somewhat.
That doesn't mean he's not a damned fool.
Brackus, do anything? Sleeping in, Belmar, Sam?
Excuse me. I head downstairs and walk straight out the door.
Okay.
I'm going to head downstairs and approach the bard.
Alright. As you enter the room, you can see the back foot of Baracus as he walks out the front door. You see Trevok once again shaking his head at Urfer's back, who's tapping his foot, continuing to mutter to himself. And you hear some rustling noises from the back room as you walk up to the bar. Badger, what are you doing in the back room?
Basically, I'm gonna try and make like a good breakfast before we head out. I have 40 pounds of dried fruit and meat. Basically, I want to just use the dried fruit and create like some sort of oatmeal with like the stale bread or whatever he has back there.
Okay. Give me a cooking check.
Breaking in the new D20.
You didn't use it on this one?
On a
Coach, it's something important.
It is important.
Dude, this is his character. How did you not see this coming?
16.
Alright. You managed to whip up some form of half-brewed oatmeal that actually looks pretty tasty. Belmar, what are you doing when you approach the bard?
I'll ask him any more attacks in the night.
He looks at you, belches. What?
I leave him and go to the bar.
You could at least tip. As he continues strumming. Baracus, what are you doing when you step outside?
I'm gonna start practicing some cantrips out front.
Give me a perception check.
Wow, that's a good first roll with the dice, I know. Mr. Nat 20.
Alright, not only the streets seem eerily quiet, but your keen senses pick up on the fact that the streets also seem eerily clean. You don't see a scrap of garbage, a drop of excess liquid, dirt anywhere. The cobblestones before you seem to almost sparkle in the sunlight.
Clean demons.
bizarre.
Are you trying for anything in particular out front with the cantrips?
No, just kind of angrily practicing outside.
Okay. Trevok, Urfer, you both look up as Badger comes out with presumably bowls of his oatmeal.
I leave a bowl for Skovald or whatever his name is.
So called.
So called. That's it.
You're close. You're close.
I didn't have my notebook open. I blame the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke called Stormhall.
Yeah, sir. Hunter! Oh my god, I forgot about that.
What the hell?
What was his
Best
name?
Uber driver ever. Oh my god. I have to look that up. I can. It's in my. It'll be in my trips.
We got an Uber from a Putsin place back home at like 5 in the morning, and it's like Northern African dude was just going off on
my
hookers.
You come, you shower, you leave. Oh my god. You come, you shower, you leave.
Jesus.
No, it wasn't that one. Nope. Damn, I took it. Mamadou!
Mamadou. His name was Mamadou.
You come, you shower, you go.
Anyways, sorry to sidetrack. That's just too funny.
MontrealBackpage.com. That's so clever. Oh my god.
I didn't realize that wasn't supposed to go to MontrealBackpage.com.
Did you actually visit it?
I just looked it up. I was like, nope, don't want to be here.
Wait, is it a hooker site?
Yeah. Or escort.
Best girls in Montreal. You come, you shower, you go. Oh my god, he must have said it like 20 times at least.
I wonder if he gets a discount if he refers like 10 people.
That's what we felt like. It was absurd.
20-minute sales pitch.
Sorry.
He's got a stamp card.
Oh my god, I stopped. We were both trying so hard not to die in the back seat. Oh my god. Sorry. Alright, so you leave a bullet porridge out for Smokeald. Badger.
Yep. Basically thank him for his hospitality and go to the front with the rest. I'll put a bowl in front of everybody and start eating.
I'm going to say, thank you, nutrients, and then shovel it down.
I nod when you place a bowl in front of me, say, thank you, sir. And again, begin shoveling in.
I'll
Go ahead, someone.
I'll take my bowl. Thank you, Badger. I'll see you lads outside, and go outside and find a nice sunny spot to eat. And I'll be right back.
All right. Belmar, as you step outside, you see Baracus angrily casting multiple cantrips back to back to back in the street outside.
I'm going to sit within view of him, but still a nice sunny spot.
Okay. Any other conversation going on inside the bar?
I will, Baracus is right outside the door, yeah?
Pretty close, you assume. You wouldn't know for certain.
I'll crack the door open and, Baracus, Badger made some food. An empty stomach will do no good.
I cast one last spell and walk inside.
How much of my dried fruit and meat did that use?
Feeding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. 6 pounds each.
6 pounds each?
No, total. So 6 pounds food,
Oh.
6 pounds meat.
Oh,
I meant
okay.
food and meat. Not each person. No. That would be a hell of a breakfast.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, Trayvon, they know how to shovel shit down. And halflings, who knows where they put it.
Second breakfast?
No. They're bad.
As we
You're not a hobbit.
talked to Smokall this morning, let them know we were going to be on our way. They should stay bunkered, try to stay safe, and that we'd return hopefully successfully as soon as we could. He said to take what we needed from the stores.
Bunkered. Is everyone else in town doing that? Because those streets outside there, spotless. Anyone else find that strange?
How did the streets look when we got there the night before?
You'd seen a few people out, but it was pretty quiet.
Spotless.
Iron Step's a pretty big city.
Spotless does seem odd.
Empty during the day, even odder.
Maybe everyone's dead. Let's go.
I cast a side glance at Urfer
Mm-hmm.
and keep eating, kind of looking at him warily.
Such a positive fellow you are.
Is there something you know that we don't?
No, it's just I get anxious when I know that my Fey Master is expecting me to do something. Normally, I just do what I think is best.
Wait a minute, you have a Fey Master?
Yeah, my otherworldly Fey Master that helps guide me.
I got this,
Gives me
Lawrence.
power.
We got this.
You say this nonchalantly as if we know.
Yeah, I mentioned him when I brought
Never?
back the map. When I brought back the map,
You never said he was your master.
well, we have an agreement. He provides me knowledge and powers. I do his bidding and enlighten myself.
There is a distinct difference between a friendly agreement and a slave-master relationship.
Yeah, you being granted power in return for doing favors doesn't sound like buddy.
Have you met with the Fae before? They do not like weak gestures.
I have met with the Fae on occasion. I would never call one my master.
Well, that is what he prefers.
Right.
I'm curious what other things you haven't told us. And I kind of keep eating.
Oh, I wish I was there.
You stepped outside, man. You stepped outside. You chose to avoid party bonding moment.
It's funny because you stepped outside and I called Baracus inside.
True story. No, there's nothing else for you, Brackus, no response?
Good job.
Now, considering I'm pretty heavy into the arcane, this is old news for me.
All right, so if this map is from your Fey Master, I take it should be pretty accurate then.
Yeah, I would. Yes.
So where do we want to start? We know your vote, for obvious reasons, Urfer, now, apparently.
Yes. I have people so triggered on Facebook right now that they're not even knowing me, tagging me in posts.
Oh, jeez.
I know that's your favorite thing too.
Ah,
Is this on your wall or friends?
patrol. No, it's on issues.
Oh god, I have him friended. Oh, I want to troll so bad.
Hold on, I'll tag you in this.
Hold on, D&D, we can do this another time. Get a couple hours. I'm going to forward my 2 cents. Because I'm going to get totally enveloped into that.
Too late. Alright, anyways. So what do your, as I'm eating a porridge, so what do your Fey Masters want us to do? Or want you to do, I should say.
Protect the forests, but seems like he knows of our intention and thinks it's a worthy goal, and I assume the Eye of the Covenant is the task that's most within our grasp.
Well, the dragon's just over there, isn't it? It's a short ride back into town in case things go sideways.
That's a valid point. We don't know how long of a journey these hags may be. Just a general direction and simple surroundings, possibly.
That being said, it is an adult dragon. Not exactly an easy task.
One that we did not, in fact, see.
Fuck it. Let's appease the slave's master.
I choke a little on
Almost
some
spit
porridge.
out. I was gonna say I almost spit out some more oatmeal as I begin to laugh.
It is fine. You do not understand, but let us go.
I think I understand perfectly well. He insists that you call him master, and you do. Just an odd relationship to have.
I want to cast Thaumaturgy and make a whipping sound.
Come, slave!
Yes, master. Yes, master.
Oh.
About all that's the best I can do.
Dave's like, damn it, what I should have said was nothing.
My Fey friend.
Mentor.
mentor would have been solid.
Yeah.
As you all finish your meal, you all give a quiet sigh of contentment after multiple days of sleeping in a true bed and eating full meals. You can each get a plus D6 to a skill check done within the next 8 hours. Call it a well-rested bonus. Multiple good meals, sleeping in bed for a couple nights. You've earned it.
Yeah, it'd be too much to ask for a bonus experience like other games.
You don't need that. You guys level fast enough.
Alright, so I suppose we should
You'll all be level 10 in no time.
rally to Belmar and head off into the woods.
Do I still have Ilmater's blessing?
I believe I told you the time length on that.
Yeah, you said it was 2 weeks.
Then yes.
Cool.
Didn't we just get Elmater's blessing last night?
Yeah, last session he got it.
So everybody gets plus 1d6 HP the next day, since you're full health.
Oh, that's why my temp HP is 95. Okay.
Ryan, you can re-roll that since you just had another night's rest. Unless you're happy with leaving it at 3, I'll let you keep it there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody else?
It's plus the con bonus, right?
Nope, just plus d6.
Plus D6? Alright, temp 93.
How much extra points do you want?
I was gonna say, if it's plus the con bonus, I will re-roll.
I was just asking. Was just asking.
How many extra hit points do you want, sir?
Just asking so that I gave you the right answer. That's all it was.
All right, with temp, I'm 74.
What?
With the temporary hit points, I'm 74.
I confirmed your max hit points before.
Yeah, but I didn't know we had those temp hit
You
points.
at
Wait,
77. So how are you getting bonus in that 74?
well, no, my max is 77. I'm at 69 right now because of rolls, and then I didn't know about that.
No.
bonus.
You had a full rest.
I thought we had to roll hit dice to get
Yeah,
HP back.
you're back up to full.
Okay.
We had multiple days full rest.
I got a +2.
Oh, then I would be what, 82?
You tell me, did you roll 5?
I did.
So yes,
Yes.
82.
Chris, you got plus 2?
Yep.
Y'all need to get on my 95 level.
Trayvon's at 93, so he's not really far behind. Everybody else is. Or especially Dave, at least.
Dave's one hit away from death.
Dave's pretty soft.
Squishy.
Well, when you're made a slave, I mean, I guess it's kind of...
Oh.
Alright, quick
Alright,
answer.
so we heading out?
Should I order pizza? Because I'm thinking about ordering Papaginos with the Cinna sticks.
Y'all
Yes.
Alright.
So everyone left the inn. They're coming up to
Yeah,
me.
you watch the whole party file out.
All right, I'll approach the
You
party.
sitting on a stoop
I
nearby,
don't need this. Thank you, though.
basking in the sunlight.
Oh, hey, Belmar, you ready?
I'm ready as ever. Where are we going?
This one wants us to head into the woods to help his master.
Are we going for the swamp? Are we going for that dragon?
To the coven.
I've heard that swamps can be quite a dangerous place. Gather round. I'd like to pray to Sylvanas for our safety.
I will gather.
I outstretch my hands in the hopes that other people join in, and we all kind of link up.
I'll move forward, but I'll say, I'll say to Urfer, is this some manner of sacrilege for you?
A blessing?
I don't know how your Fae work.
No.
All right, now that he has Daddy's permission, let's get this over with.
What's your prayer?
Oh, my prayer?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say it in common. Sylvanas, grant thy protection. In protection, grant us strength. In strength, give us understanding. And in that understanding, give us knowledge. In knowledge, give us the knowledge of justice and the love of it. In that love, give us the love of all existence. And in the love of all existence, give us the love of the earth and all that is natural.
All right, give me a charisma check. Everyone else, give me a perception check.
Uh, 20, not natural.
21.
11.
Chris?
Sorry, muted. 16.
All right. You all notice that while Belmar is head down giving his prayer, Badger is just ajar from the group, muttering in a rocky language that I don't believe any of you speak, staring at his dagger of Malek. Trevok, you actually understand him. He's speaking Gnomish.
He's speaking Elvish?
Gnomish.
Gnomish, okay.
You had a 20 there, Belmar?
Yep.
Alright. For the rest of the day, everybody gets a +2 to any concentration checks. And you receive a minor blessing of Sylvanas.
Ooh, and what does that do?
Plus 2 to concentration checks for the 24 hours.
Exactly what I just told you.
Should I be looking for a message about what Ryan was, or what Badger was saying, or?
Nope.
Okay.
You couldn't hear him exactly, but you heard he was muttering something in Gnomish.
Okay, that's fine.
You heard him enough to recognize the language.
Right on.
Praying in his native tongue. Can you mute for the puffs, bro?
Nah, bro.
Bro.
I mute for nothing.
I mute for boobs.
Why would you mute?
Right? Loud boobs.
All right, so let's go.
Low wind courses through the street, adding a bit of creep factor as you all realize there's nothing and nobody about. There's no wagons on the street. There's no crates in the alleys. There's no refuse. Nothing.
Should we attempt to seal the door to the tavern from the outside? Perhaps give them a little more security.
Maybe we can get what's his name to swing by and cast another warning spell. What's his name again? It starts with an I think.
Imam.
Imam.
I think the best action would be to try to rid this town of this demon as quickly as possible. So let's go.
Well, I suppose they've lasted this long.
Battered and bruised, but I.
All right, I drape over my hood and start walking, following the wee gnome.
All
Are you a gnome or a halfling, Dave?
I'm a halfling.
Following the wee halfling.
Everyone give me a perception check as you walk.
That one.
24.
$17.
You want perception from me?
Yeah.
Disadvantage?
No.
Perception is a 11.
Alright, so I got a 20 or something out of you, Belmar, and a 17 out of Baracus. Did I hear that correctly?
18 for me.
And Trevok had a... He's gone and muted. Very helpful.
I had a 17, sorry.
Alright, Trevok, Baracus, and Belmar, as you're walking along, catch sight of a small cloaked figure watching you from a nearby alleyway. About the size of a child. Or Urfer's height, roughly.
Is it Lily Tight Fingers? She's my girl.
How far away is this figure?
He seems to be concealing himself within the shadow, but he's about 30 feet ahead to your right.
It's not Lily Tight Fingers.
I will continue my course and keep an eye on that figure to see if they run off.
Trevok, Baracus, you both noticed him as well?
I too am weary, and we'll keep an eye on him.
Weary or wary?
Wary. I said wary, but I meant wary.
In a hushed tone, I will let Badger know that there's a figure inside.
As you do so, you note that he seems to be glaring at you suspiciously.
Oh, you didn't reply to me, Lawrence. I wasn't sure if anyone was.
Oh. Oh.
I got you. Alright.
Can I see any features? Can I see any features of this guy? Of this cloaked elf, or half-elf, or halfling, whatever the hell he is? Can I see anything from him?
All you know is that they're size of a halfling or a child.
Okay.
Could be a gnome, could be a halfling, could be a child, could be anything. You don't know. You can't see their features. They seem to be covered in a very dark, full cloak. As you approach the alleyway where they
Are they doing anything as we approach?
They seem only to be watching it.
In Druidic, I'll say, Badger, the alleyway. We're being watched.
As you say this, you see Badger's glare of suspicion flash over you.
I'm fucking crazy, motherfuckers!
Assuming we continue walking, as soon as we get next to this figure, or parallel to this figure, I'll give him a nod and look at him directly.
As you do so, the figure, you hear a muttered, "Shit!" as he steps out of the alley and lets his cloak drop, revealing a halfling. His features very similar, if not identical, to one you've met before.
Roscoe.
Hey, Guzna, it's Knack.
Knack.
Knack. Who the hell was Knack?
I'm Knack
Knack the
Cloak.
blade.
I'm Knack the Cloak. Nice to meet you. What are you guys doing out in the street right now? Crazy? My brother the Blade told me to watch you guys. Don't know what the fuck you doing.
We're on a mission.
Yeah, so why you out in the street? You psycho? You trying to get killed by that demon shadow thing?
We're leaving town.
Smart move. Good luck getting through the gates. Better move fast.
Why?
You deaf? I just told you the demon shadow thing.
No, what's the problem with getting through the gates?
They're barred and locked. There ain't nobody there to move them.
Do you know a way through?
Give me a perception check.
I got a 9.
Give me a charisma check.
God, I suck. I got a 12.
He folds his arms over his chest.
Nope.
Not even for some coin? Okay, persuasion.
Sure.
Oh, I got a 12.
He looks you up and down.
I don't think you got enough.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Anyways, just got told to keep an eye on you. You're getting out. Good luck. Good luck.
He pulls his hood back up, starts to slink back into the shadows.
I'm gonna look to him and say, this shadow beast. It seems to come from the shadows. You'd be less to dwell in the light.
I live in the shadows. The shadow beast comes out of the shadows. Therefore, he goes where there is light. Dumbo.
I'll kind of chuckle to myself, if you say so.
I find it hard to believe that a man who calls himself the Shadow does not know a way out of the city.
The name's the Cloak, not the Shadow. That's my other brother.
Give me a charisma check there, Badger.
As I roll,
It's advantage for you.
yep. As I roll this, I'm going to say, even so, you just spoke that you live in the shadows. Um, 13.
I do. Y'all seem to walk in the light.
He casually tosses something over his shoulder. You catch a brief glimpse of a small black pebble. As soon as it impacts the ground, it goes up in a puff of cloud, obscuring your view of the alleyway. As the smoke clears, you see no sign of Nap, the cloak.
You almost said it, too.
I did. Threw me off. Threw me off. Dude, I got 7 of them to keep track of. Give me a break.
I guess we just have to burn a hole in the gate.
Oh, I should have used my D6.
Coulda.
Oh yeah, I totally should use mine too.
Dave, that wouldn't have helped you.
Yeah, you would have rolled a 1 and got a 13.
All right, so I'm gonna say, if the guards can open it, we can too. Badger, Urfer, lead the way.
Okay. Based on so we know which direction the swamp is, right?
Well, you got a map of the swamp from the city. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go to the closest gate to the swamp.
All right, everyone, give me a perception check.
I'm liking these die, dude. Second one. Nat 20.
And mine are rolling like consistently low. I don't think I've broken like a 13.
Hey, a 13 with bonuses, not too bad.
Mirrors just start rolling on glass. Just
Gotta get that sound. Yeah, that can help.
oh, there's a 17. All right, what are we rolling?
Perception.
And there's a nat 1. Fuck.
You wasted that 17, man.
Wow. Well, I wasn't gonna be like, what are we rolling? Oh yeah, it's 17. Go ahead, you can take that.
All right, Urfer, you hear the banging shut of multiple shutters along the street on higher stories of buildings. You catch furtive glances of almost eyes watching you from the occasional window. However, the street remains silent and empty, save for the breeze running through the empty streets. As you approach the gatehouse, you see the massive double doors sealed and barred. You note the gatehouse nearby appears to be locked and shuttered as well. You see no sign of anyone manning the post.
Did anyone pick a lock?
What do you need a lock for? Or a lock pick for?
We need to get into the gatehouse.
Well, surely you could just...
I, at the note of that, smile and shift into a rat.
I was going to say Misty Step, but that'll work.
Badger wild shapes to a rat.
And I squeeze under the door.
With ease, you note his rat form wiggles its way, compressing its body, and slips under the door.
And I'm going to shift out and open the door.
As you do, you note, 1, a massive wooden wheel seemed to connect to a large chain you can only presume is used to actually open the gates themselves. On 2 stools nearby, sitting around an abandoned card game, you note 2 desiccated corpses appear to have been drained of all liquids within their bodies, sitting in guard uniforms, slumped over their stool.
Did we lose Lawrence?
No.
No?
I'm
Do we
not
lose
hearing
you?
Oh.
I'm like, wait, what? You heard that all right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught it all.
Fuck, Dave.
Okay, it was just me. No, you paused.
I did not pause. You paused.
I paused.
Put that
then.
on. Don't put that voodoo on me.
Don't you put that voodoo on it, Ricky Bobby! I still open the door.
All right. Badger opens the door, revealing the grisly sight within.
I enter the gatehouse.
You spy the 2 desiccated corpses, well as a massive wheel.
I'm gonna go up to the wheel. So, anything like holding it in place or...
The wheel? No. You do recall that I said the doors outside had a large bar across them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if anything was holding the wheel in place first.
Nope. It appears to just be a catch mechanism. You release the catch, you can move the wheel.
Well, at least this part looks simple enough. I'm gonna go try to move those bars. And,
I'm not much help in that department.
See that dwarven manpower.
I'll
There's
go
only
over.
2 of you.
I'll go over and help him.
Oh, that's helpful.
Uh-huh.
Alright, if you're going to move it, looking at it, you're going to need 2 people to be the primary strength, and others can help them. Because the bar is stretches across both doors, so it's quite long.
I'll help.
Yeah, I'll help.
Well, I need 2 primaries.
I think that's me and Belmar.
Well, he said I'll help, so that's why I wanted to clarify.
I guess I'll be a primary.
I'll help Belmar.
Okay. If you roll above a 10, you give Belmar +2. Is anyone else assisting Trevok?
Yeah, I am. What's his strength, you said?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
16.
Also
Right.
16.
17 for me.
Trevok, you get a +2. Dave, what was yours?
An 8.
Oh,
Belmar, what's your roll?
that was a 17.
So I got 17 and an 18. All right. Despite Urfer's failed attempt at helping, you two managed to lift the bar with relative ease, sliding it from its casing and tossing it aside.
All right. Let's get this open, and I'll go to turn the wheel.
All right. Give me a strength check.
18.
All right. As you turn the wheel, hear a rushed clatter coming down from the hole above, which the chains connected to the wheel connect. Give me a dex check.
15.
You barely manage to dodge aside as a third desiccated corpse falls down the tunnel, crashing into the wheel below, leaving it undamaged. So, however, with its chainmail and the sword at its side, likely if you've been caught underneath it, you might have suffered some damage. The bones of this one appear to be broken, almost as if it had been crammed up the shaft.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Well, I hope there's no more. I could continue turning the wheel.
All right, strength check.
16.
All right, you managed with some effort pull the door open. The doors open enough for the party to pass through, creating about a 5-foot gap.
I rejoined the party at the gate.
All right.
Bodies are getting stuffed into places, falling from above.
Should we secure the gate somehow?
I'll take care of the gate. You guys go through.
I nod at that, and I'll step through the gate.
Concurred.
All right. So everyone's going through except for Belmar?
Yes.
All right.
All right, I return to the guard tower or whatever it is, and I'm gonna search the bodies real quick.
All right. You find a total of 12 gold coins, 3 silver, and 15 copper. They all have they each have a short sword on them, and chainmail in various states of disrepair, as well as the 3 tabards of guard uniform.
I'm only gonna take the money.
Okay.
Once everyone's through the gate, I am going to close the gate behind them.
Strength check.
That is going to be 20, not natural.
All right. With ease, you can close the gate.
And then I'm going to well, is there any way to easily jump over the gate? Any sort of parkour method I could take?
I thought you were just going to transform into a spider.
I'd rather save it.
You could attempt it using the gatehouse in one of the nearby buildings. Sure. I'll allow the attempt.
I'm going to attempt it.
Give me an acrobatics check.
I've just got Michael Scott going through my head. Just parkour! Parkour!
Remember when I jumped that fucking wall with my monk?
Yeah.
When the jump
got
rolls
an
were
It was
crazy.
an awesome moment that was also horrifying for you as you realized you were alone.
But
Didn't
yeah,
I clear the scaffolding?
Yeah, you fucking killed that roll.
I got a natural 1 for my parkour.
Wow.
So exactly
Alright.
like Michael Scott.
Meeting some immediate success, you managed to make it halfway up before missing the far building which you were attempting to rappel off of, and you free fall to the ground, falling, taking 3 points of damage.
All right, shite, and then I'll go and I'll clean myself up and use spider climb to get over the bridge or over the gate.
Casting the spell.
Yep.
With a muttered words, you feel tingling as your fingers and limbs and flesh expand out with tiny prehensile little claws, allowing you to latch on with ease and scale the wall quickly.
Peace. I'll rejoin the party and follow. I'll be right back.
All right. As Belmar rejoins the party, you all note that he seems a little dirty and dusted up.
But I cleaned myself up. Specifically so they wouldn't see that.
Anyway. You missed a spot.
Yeah. What was that noise? Anyway,
That loud thump? Nothing.
so I'm gonna take out the map. Actually, wasn't there a hidden message on it or something? No.
There was some Fey writing on it that I couldn't read.
Anyway, I'll just, I guess, give the map to Badger and say, "You're good with terrain, right?"
I'll take the map and look over it.
You have a general idea of the direction you need to go, and you believe it'll take you maybe 2 to 3 days of a solid hike.
You can probably make it in 2 to 3 days at a good clip.
Lead the way.
Survival.
As you start to walk towards the forest, you come across a circular blackened pattern in the ground, almost as if everything in this circle had died. Okay, and even approaching it, you get a sense of unease, of unnaturalness from it. You can all give me a wisdom check. Those of you that are here.
I'm not gonna roll and say. I guess Harold and his lackeys came back.
$19.
21.
Alright, Dave and Ryan just gave you your results. Feel free to respond to Baracus how you will.
No, this is the place that the demon was originally summoned.
I concur.
I look around. I guess you're right.
And at that, I will survival check. 21.
You missed the party finding a patch of desecrated ground outside the city,
In what way?
approximately where they believe that the demon was summoned from before.
Like, is it burned? Is it like what
Black
way
and
is
everything's
it?
dead.
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, well, you missed the interactions around that.
Okay.
I'm pissed now.
I'm mad as hell.
All right, what's your survival check?
21.
All right, Badger sets off at a steady pace, confidently in his direction. Confident in his direction.
Actually, what terrain are we in?
Right now, you're in plain. You're heading into forest.
Well, once we get in the forest, I'm business.
Business, unless your insanity kicks in.
True.
Oh. I'm glad I gave him the map.
Roll for insanity.
Yay! I have lots of fun coming.
Once we get into forest, I'm going to keep an active eye out for acorns that
Of
have
course you
not yet started to sprout. Just fresh acorns.
Totally. That's what you do.
Yep.
Like random odds and ends, just try to mess with me.
Speaking of which, I'll also take a look for really dark and smooth stones.
Of course.
And Lawrence, I'm going to be on the lookout for left-handed spoons.
I figured you might be. I had a feeling that was coming. How closely are you looking for these things? As you're moving at a pretty good clip, are you trying to slow down? Are you letting the party get ahead? Or are you trying to do it at pace?
I'm doing it at pace, but I'm letting the party do most of it paying attention for now.
Okay, disadvantage on all perception checks.
For now.
Shall I say otherwise? Sure. I can get on board with this. And Dave, you're looking for left-handed spoons, so you're at disadvantage on your perception check too.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, everybody give me a perception check.
You guys want to hear me pee again, or should I mute myself?
Who cares? Just water going into water.
I mean, Deli might care, but fuck her.
Nah, I don't even know if she's listening right now.
Yeah, my perception's a 12 with disadvantage.
Look at that close-up of Adam's headgear. Beautiful. Just a beautiful sight. Really gives away the quality of his camera. Jesus Christ. That's a load. Are you just pouring a bottle of water in?
No! It's like a tuna can, buddy. Just remember that.
Tuna can?
He's saying he has a choke.
He has a what?
It's all about the girth.
Built like a tire?
Yep. Short and fat.
Oh boy. Alright, what were all the perception checks?
12.
We type them in. Easier for me to go through and figure out who I need to talk to. Who I can ignore. Like your 12. Ryan?
Am I rolling?
Perception.
Uh,
God, Dave pays more attention than you.
that's right. Perception is an 11.
Alright,
Die sucks.
Trevok, Urfer, and Baracus.
Hmm.
You each individually catch sight of numerous squirrels on the branches, a bird flying overhead, and the cawing of a ridiculous amount of ravens in a nearby tree, which Badger and Belmar both hear as well.
Can I do a knowledge nature check or an appropriate knowledge check to see if ravens signify anything?
Sure.
What would it be?
Knowledge, nature, sure.
Oh, nice. That's going to be a 24, not natural.
Well, you know, it's murder of crows, so, you know, they're very territorial.
I thought you said it was ravens.
They can... Ravens are just large crows, asshole.
Okay.
You're aware that crows are incredibly intelligent, I do remember faces, and while they're very territorial, they can also be incredibly aggressive.
And they're gathering on one tree.
They tend to have made home in one tree.
I'm going to slow and wait to see what the rest of the party does.
You note that the path seems to go nearby this tree.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And you said I heard clearly all these crows.
Yep.
Actually, first I'll make a knowledge nature so I know what he knows. Although I should. 26.
Yeah, you got all that.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Yep.
I'm going to speak with the crows. What brings all of you to one place?
Our territory. It's our tree.
All of you in one tree? Why?
Protect the young.
There's hundreds of you. You all need to be in one tree. Why have you not spread out to other trees?
Defend against the big birds. Keep the wolves and coyotes away.
Have you noticed anything of an unnatural nature around?
Swamp's growing.
Growing how? And it's impeding on other lands?
Bigger. Predators coming out further.
What types of predators?
Big ones. Hard shell.
Like dragons?
Big lizard? No.
Would you all allow us passage if we were to try and decrease the size of the swamp as it continues to grow?
You have food?
I have food.
Food for young.
How much food are you looking for?
Lots of food. And Chinese.
Not very many shinies, but I'll make up for it with food.
Food and Chinese.
How about just even more food?
And Chinese.
Judging,
Alright, I'm going to open the sack of dried fruit and meat that I have and lay out 10 pounds.
Food, food, food! You see a massive flock of crows and ravens swoop down on the pile as soon as you back away from it.
Are we free to pass by your tree?
Chinese. One of the crows still in the trees cocks its head at you.
What are you doing?
I take out 10 copper.
That's true. The rest of the party sees him literally making cawing noises back and forth.
Walking at him.
Judging from the somatic and verbal components of the spell, can I tell what he's doing?
You can tell that he cast it. Give me a wisdom check first.
I assume that this is just part of his insanity.
Wisdom is an 8.
Yeah, you have no idea what he's doing, but he seems to be communing somehow with the animals.
Nope. Trevok is just convinced he's witnessing an episode. Like, he's just gonna let it pass.
I produce 10 copper and lay it on the ground.
Chinese, Chinese!
Another large mass of crows and ravens swoop down, pecking at some of them, picking up coins and flying back into the tree.
You go now.
Can we pass to and from?
You go now, yeah. We know you now. You friend.
I look back to the party. We're clear.
I'm going to look to Badger. You paid ravens for passage?
You know nothing of ravens?
I know plenty of ravens. Their need for coin I'm not familiar with.
Food and shinies. I had no other shinies but coin.
Sure. And I'll follow.
Treyarch is.
Badger, you hear repeated calls of shiny, shinies as you see glimmers as the coins seem to fall from the tree as one raven or another loses control of it, and flocking of crows back down to pick it back up.
I'm gonna stay close to Badger and say, "Cool."
Treyarch is surprised and impressed as fuck.
I look to the group. Does nobody else understand, like, the flock mentality of ravens?
Can I do a check to see if I understand the flock mentality of ravens?
You already do, yes.
Okay, then I do.
I shake my head as you ask. Nah, I know not the ways of the forest.
They adore shiny things. If I had shiny pebbles, I would have given them to them. But I don't. I simply have copper. So, I give them a couple copper, I give them some food. Ravens are highly, highly intelligent creatures. They already know. They already understand exactly what I've done, and I guarantee we'll be given safe passage to and from. Trust me, they've run off far larger things than the four of us.
They ain't called a murder for nothing.
I'm gonna chuckle. Badger, next time let me know. I have some vials here. Broken glass surely would have suited their needs.
It was 10 copper.
I nod at what you've done. I'm impressed.
If I started laying down platinum, then you call me crazy.
Under my breath, with what you've been doing lately, a lot of what you, I would call a lot of what you do crazy.
Perception check.
At disadvantage.
Sucks for you, Mike.
Add that D6.
I was gonna say
No, I'm not. No, I'm not adding it. No, but my lowest roll was a 12, so that's an 18.
Oh.
Yeah, you hear him.
In Gnomish, I respond. From the person intent on stealing my dagger. Interesting.
Do I have any inkling of what he's talking about, since I don't speak Gnomish?
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
Do I hear him?
Yeah, you hear that. Make an insight check if you want to.
21, not natural.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
I pay no attention and carry on.
I make the sound you just made in response. Just.
We're gonna keep burping.
As we pass, I call out to the ravens and thank them.
Shiny, shinies, thank you.
Have these ravens shuck any acorns loose?
Nope, does not seem to be an acorn breeding tree.
Oh, fuck.
I.e. an oak.
You do happen to note that a few ravens seem to be hopping along tree to tree following the group. Survival check, please, Badger. Mike, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
20. Now this dice is coming to life. Here we go.
14 for my perception.
You continue following along, blissfully unaware of most of what's going on in your surroundings. Unfortunately, you still find no acorns. You do find 3 stones that meet your description.
All right, what is their weight?
Half pound each.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to call out to the ravens that are hopping along with us.
How long does your spell last?
I don't know.
10 minutes.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it lasts a while.
Alright, we'll see. It's still active for this one last one, but next roll, they're gone. It's gone.
Now, if y'all are intent on following us, perhaps you could scout ahead, make us aware of any dangers. Trying to keep the forest safe, after all.
Food and Chinese?
How many ravens are there?
You spot 3.
I lay down I'll say a pound of dried fruit and meat and another 3 copper.
Yay! They swoop down, gobbling up as much food as their little stomachs can handle. Attempt to pick up the coins, fly back to the tree, drop the coin, look down, pick it back up, fly back to the tree. Flies ahead of the group.
I'm really liking this character. This is the first character I've rolled out of my wheelhouse that I'm really enjoying. It's because I RP, Dave.
Wow. One session back, he's calling out Dave left and right.
I know.
Dave's RPing more with this character. Come on, man. Give him some.
It is!
Yeah.
I want to see even more.
He does want to see less Patriot ad.
All right, Brackus, Trevok, you guys doing anything, or for doing anything during this whole walk? You just trudging along.
Just
Trudging.
trudging along.
All right, give me another survival check then. Badger.
Survival is a 15.
All right, that'll take you through the rest of the day. It's pretty uneventful. After the sun starts to go down, the crows seem to abandon you, flying back to their murder. You find a quiet spot with a little stream rolling by, which you believe would be suitable for a campsite. Unless you'd like to march into the night.
No, I'm good. We'll make camp here. And I will make a survival check to go out and find us dinner.
Alright, you all note that Badger seems to stop, stare at a spot by the river, and then heads off into the woods with his bow out.
Okay, I'm not that. I'm not that.
Hey!
No, I know.
Hey, man.
This seems like a good spot. Good camp.
I mean, it wouldn't exactly be out of character at this point for you to do
I know.
that.
I know. If y'all would like to get a fire going, I'll go find us some dinner.
I'm going. Oh,
I will start making a fire and collecting some wood for it.
I'm going to inspect the 3 dark, smooth rocks that I picked up and see if they are large enough to create something out of.
I am actively standing guard.
I'm gonna go collect firewood.
I was waiting for Dave to pull a typical Dave and be like, I'm going to go to sleep.
Alright, survival check for the gathering firewood. Baracus, what were you doing?
Standing watch.
Okay, give me a perception check. Trevok, what are you doing?
Making the campfire.
Give me a survival check. Belmar, what are you doing?
I am inspecting the stones to see if they are large enough to construct something out of magically.
Give me a wisdom check. Badger, give me your survival check for hunting.
18.
Alright. Really, Dave? Okay.
What?
Wow. Okay. Baracus, you noticed absolutely nothing. Urfer, you spend about 2.5 hours trying to gather wood for a fire. You come back with a small pile of twigs and grass. Trevok, you managed to successfully construct a small fire pit, one which you believe, and spit, one which you believe you could cook something medium-sized or at least over, as such if you had a pot, as long as you had enough wood to make a fire. Unfortunately, after doing so, you note that Urfer comes back with nothing but kindling. Elmar! I don't know what kind of spell you're trying to craft. Tell me. Talk to me. Tell me more details.
I'm pretty much trying to figure out if this is obsidian and if these are large enough to construct a solid dagger from.
Give me knowledge rocks,
Knowledge rocks. Ooh, I have a bonus.
geology, whatever you like. You can use your stone cutting advantage on
They're minerals, Claire.
it. They're minerals. Some of them are quite fragile.
All right, so that's a 22.
They are not obsidian.
Can I tell what they are?
They appear to be general stone.
I will keep them.
Okay.
Irver, thanks for the kindling. Where's the rest?
This is all I could find.
He says, looking at the trees all around him.
Hey, I said I'd try to protect the forest. I don't actually know how to use them.
Do I hear this?
Yeah.
Hearing this, I'm going to take a look out for trees along the ground and dead limbs on trees.
All right, give me a survival check.
That's going to be a 22.
All right. You find more than enough wood relatively quickly.
I bring it back,
Fire.
and I put it down with confidence.
All right. As you do so, Badger returns, carrying a full brace, 2 braces of rabbits.
I'll stoke the fire as he approaches. Thank you, Belmar. Saying to her first, see?
Trees, wood, boom, fire.
Whatever. And I open my book of demons. Start reading.
Can I see that he has a book of demons?
Give me a perception check, followed by a wisdom check.
Am I still at disadvantage?
No, you're not traveling now.
All right, perception is 19. Wisdom is an 8.
You note that he's got some kind of arcane-looking book. You can't quite figure out what it's about
Okay.
from staring at it across the newly sparked fire.
I say nothing.
The way that Dave words everything in his character is just bizarre.
He's like, "Come on, challenge me on it! Challenge me on it!"
He's got demon sight. He speaks abyssal.
He has face sight.
Now he does because you made him rename it. He's got a book of demons. He's just busting out the Necronomicon as he's posted up.
It's good light reading. Go to sleep.
Belmo's not looking so paranoid now, is he?
You can all watch in amazement as Badger quickly skins and spits the various rabbits, seasoning them with herbs he collected on his walk back, roasting them easily over the open fire.
I used to be amazed by it. Now I'm just used to it.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
How many rabbits did I come back with?
4. More than enough to feed the party.
I look up at the smell and say, damn, that's good. I haven't eaten this well since I don't know when.
You all hear a distant howl of wolves. It seems a pack is on the hunt.
I say nothing in reference to that.
Yeah, I kind of smile in that. Kind of about comfort and nature and all.
I'm still keeping an eye out.
Yep. As the sun starts to set, the insects come out. Give me a wisdom check. Belmar and Badger.
It's going to be an 8.
Badger, you have advantage on this.
Nice.
You have
That
an 8,
definitely
Belmar?
helped. 17.
Belmar, you said you had an 8?
Has it been over an hour
Since what?
since I got those boosts that give me bonuses?
Yes.
Okay, then an 8.
Okay, you're not aware of it. Bedra. I'm on private. Who's playing a game?
If I'm correct in my guess, based on the music, someone's watching Monty Python Holy Grail.
That is me.
Ah, fair enough.
Do I need to turn this down?
I was just wondering because I kept hearing occasional. Oh!
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear the Knights Who Say "Ni." This is my second playthrough of the game of the movie.
I definitely heard the we're Knights of the Round Table.
Damn it. I forgot I could have re-rolled my natural one. Son of a bitch.
Halfling loss.
We lose Lawrence, or is he just standing really still?
I think we actually lost him this time for the moment.
Uh-oh.
That or he's just really disappointed in Dave.
Well, while we wait for Lawrence... Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
there he is.
I have
There's two
Lawrences.
Lawrences.
I lagged. Adam. Shit. Yeah. Now you get me both eyebrows.
I didn't know if you had lagged out or if you were just really disappointed in Dave.
What? All I saw was you're lagging out. I thought you were lagging out when you were doing that. I definitely heard the Knights of the. I was like, shit, is that him or me? Nobody's responding to me. Shit, it's me. What did Dave do?
I forgot I could have re-rolled my natural one.
Ha! Anywho.
You've got a great facial expression of just disappointment stuck on my screen right now, so.
Right?
That'll happen. Alright, Badger finishes cooking up the meal. Yeah. Camp, watch, eating, conversation, party bonding. Open forum.
Let's see. Eating, I don't care what order I'm in, because it doesn't matter for me, for watch. What do you think are our best guess based on our travel on the map? How long do you think we got? Or should you just hand the map over to someone with more experience, motioning to Badger, who might be able to actually answer that question?
You already gave it to me.
I did.
Oh.
Did he take it back?
No, I
No.
missed that he gave it to Badger.
He gave it to me, and when he gave it to me, I said we should easily reach there in 2 to 3 days.
Oh, okay. I missed all that, sorry. Never mind all of that.
You know what? Something occurred to me. You guys can turn into any animal.
Mm-hmm. Well,
No, there's a challenge rating. And we have to have seen it before.
Well, surely you've seen horses.
I have. I have seen many a horse.
Can we ride you?
That's a bit personal.
It would save us.
I frown immediately.
As do I. Was that an in-character question?
It was definitely an in-character question.
I'm gonna look down at your feet. Your 2 feet seem to be doing you fine right now.
What is in Austin, you say? 8 miles that way.
I'm just thinking to save time.
I'd rather save dignity.
Well, I've ridden one of you before. Wasn't a problem then.
There's a difference between there's a difference between desperation and convenience.
Well, there's a city being ransacked by vampires and a shadow demon. I feel like that's pretty...
The vampires are gone.
And they have their walls to protect them. I'll do quotations over walls.
I'm rather light.
I am not being fit to a bit and bridle.
You don't even have those. You have to ride
You're
your
gonna have a
bareback.
hell of a time riding me. Even if I were to let you. Which I am not.
Oh, I wish I was faster with... Your mom said the same thing last night.
That's not funny in D&D.
No, it's not, but it's funny.
We're down to fighting words.
All right, fine.
My mother was a hamster, and your father smelt the elderberries. God, how long is it for the other me going to take to leave? I swear he's lagging. It's lagging me out. I promised you.
Oh yeah, we got an eyebrow now.
Thanks, Dave.
Big
10
guy.
minutes later.
No, it was a face of disappointment, and now it's an eyebrow.
Oh, it's just been the eyebrow for me.
There it goes.
There it goes. Yeah.
Hey. And immediately everything speeds up. Yay. Alright, so you do anything? Are we going to bed? What? Talking?
I'm gonna eat the wonderful dinner that Badger has prepared, and while Baracus argues about whether or not he can ride them, I'm gonna continue reading that book on alchemy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my book on plants.
Look at this. Everyone's reading. You're all so interested in learning. I'm proud of you all.
The best part was you said that, and then the show behind you, everyone's clapping.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know, it's just Steve Harvey, but like it switched to the crowd, and everyone's clapping as you said that.
Perfect. I'll take it.
So with Baracus's comment on riding us, after that, I'm gonna kind of pay less attention to the group and start paying attention to the wilderness around me as I eat.
And as that happens, I will make note. Any of you noticed how many biting insects there are out right now? I would expect this from a swamp, but certainly not from just a forest.
Well, we're going towards the swamp, aren't we?
But there's a difference between going towards a swamp and being in a swamp.
Can I do a nature check to see if I have any input as to why these bugs are biting so fiercely?
You already did.
You failed.
Can I do another?
No?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say wind ? Because I don't know anything. If only there was a way to create more smoke to get them away from us.
Well, you did bring a bunch of dead grass, didn't you?
That's about all he brought.
Well, if I knew anything about forests, I would look for wet leaves, but I don't, so I won't.
Did Badger collect any herbs for his dinner?
Yeah, you said that too.
Did he collect any herbs that might repel insects?
No.
Oh. Do I see any nearby?
That you can make a survival check for. And a knowledge nature check. First. Fail it. Natural one. Natural one. Poison ivy.
Poison
Be a 12.
What?
Nature check's still gonna be a 12.
Okay.
And what was the other check?
Survival.
Survival is going to be a 16.
All right. You think you recall a few herbs and plants that might help with it. Fortunately, you don't see any of them around.
Can I remember any methods without herbs to keep mosquitoes in such a way?
Give me a wisdom check.
16.
Coating yourself in mud, staying underwater.
Setting yourself on
That's all
fire.
that comes to mind. You know, bugs tend to be drawn to the flames, so if you stroke the fire and sat further away, you might be okay.
Alright, I'm gonna make a survival check for this.
Saying back to Badger while he does that, could it be the influence of the hags we're after?
20.
I've heard of wildlife fleeing at the presence of danger, but I haven't heard of the insects. I don't know if they'd work.
What was your survival check for there, Ryan?
To see if I could get the biting insects away.
I mean, you come up with very similar solutions to what Belmar had. You don't see any plants nearby that might assist. Aside of covering your flesh. I mean, if you have sleeping rolls, seal them tight, you might be okay.
Oh, I'm going to try to produce.
Nice.
The problem is with that, I don't want to produce a lot of smoke, because I know smoke would get them away, but I don't want to all of a sudden have smoke just billowing from our campfire. Alright, I'll just cover myself up in what flesh is exposed, and yeah.
I can conjure an elemental.
Yeah, that'll help keep bugs away. Unless you conjure like a mosquito elemental that controls all the mosquitoes.
I was thinking like a wind or fire elemental, but sure.
It's like how Spider-Man can summon the spiders.
The
Alright,
music
we
is
do a
tripping
watch
me out
and
right
bed.
now.
What?
I said the music is tripping me out.
That's the goal. It's meant to impact.
I'll take first watch.
I can do second.
I will take last. These eyes grow weary from watching since we've arrived.
Alright, give me your perception as everyone goes to bed.
Lawrence, I'm going to take the front of my cowl and close it. Kind of like one of those closing sleeping bags.
Okay.
First watch is a 18. 18.
Alright. Despite covering up at your skin as much as possible, you still find yourself slapping spots in your skin pretty frequently. As the mosquitoes seem to be starvingly aggressive. Aggressively starved? I don't know what the right words are, but very aggressive. And you can see your companions tossing and turning, doing the same in their sleep.
Am I still tossing and turning with the dirt on my skin?
Much less so.
Yes.
Turn pages loudly.
Pretty aggressive, yeah.
Let us know how serious
Jeez,
he
Mike,
is.
what are you, chain smoking? Come on, man.
I always chain smoke. You new to the party?
I was going to say the same thing, but half my feed is just a vape cloud into the fucking webcam.
Yeah. Good
I'm
point.
going to create the faint odor of a skunk around me
Ooh.
in my druid craft.
Okay, that's a cantrip.
Yep.
All right. You do so, and as the spell permeates the air around you, you note the mosquitoes seem to be leaving you alone more and more.
I continue to cast it up amongst the party.
All right. You note that most of the party seems to settle down, though you see more than a few noses twitch.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
Price of comfort.
All right. Outside of the aggressive mosquitoes, nothing else seems to happen much on your watch. You hear the occasional howl from the wolves in the distance, and an owl seems to hoot nearby, clearly on the hunt itself.
And I just keep reading my book until my watch is done.
All right. Your watch ends relatively peacefully, with the skunk odor keeping most of the mosquitoes away.
Alright, before I go to sleep, I'm going to cast it several more times and then go to bed.
Waking it up.
I'm waking up Trevok.
All right, Trevok, you awaken to the noxious odor of skunk permeating the camp.
Can I make a knowledge check to put A and B together in that it smells like a skunk, but there's not mosquitoes around?
Sure. Give me a wisdom check.
18.
You're pretty excited by the latter fact, though you do have a few itchy bumps on your exposed flesh.
As soon as he wakes up, the skunk was me. I tried to just try and get the biting creatures away.
Could just wild click into a skunk and sprayed it, and then it would have stuck around.
I'll say as much. Well, I will say it may stink like shit, but it worked. Much less bitey. So thank you, sir.
Right before I go to bed, I wild shape into a skunk. And I walk around the camp. Spraying.
No.
Hell yeah! Why not?
If you're using my suggestion, you were not going to do that.
It doesn't matter. You tipped your hand. That doesn't mean I can't use it. I wasn't asleep yet.
All right, that's how you want to play it.
Don't be like that.
You don't be like that.
If I was already asleep and then you were like, "Oh, you should have
Then I
done that,"
go
I
to
would have been like,
bed.
"Oh yeah."
I go to bed. You were going to bed without even waking anyone up. I told you I wasn't waking anyone up.
I had to wake him up. At this point, there are unseen things that we do in this game.
Yeah, you turning into a skunk before you go to bed is not one of them.
I'll only not do it because I know you'll try and fucking kill me. So
I never try to kill anyone.
lies.
There's been a couple of Dave's characters that I'm not sure.
There have been a couple characters in your life.
I don't know
No,
if that can be
once
put
you-
on Lawrence.
If you walk into a wall and then I told you this wall has spikes and you keep walking into the wall, it's not my fault. If I say this guy's aggressive and you go, I'm going to keep going at him, and he kills you, it's not my fault.
Nice, Chris.
All right.
Oh, it's my
cast
favorite
my-
gift when things get salty.
I'll cast my cantrip 20 times and then go to bed.
All right, you in bed now?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't have that long a duration.
It's all right.
All right, give me a
I'll remember
perception
that
check.
next time.
I mean, if you want to waste a wild shape on that, who am I to argue?
Well, he is going to sleep.
I would have been going to sleep afterwards, so I would have been able to do my 2 wild shapes and been fine. So you got salty.
Check your restoration on that.
It's long rest.
Don't worry, Mike's looking it up for you.
I am.
I know for a fact it's a long rest.
Trevok, what are you doing?
Keeping watching, reading the alchemy book. Perception was at 18.
All right.
Or a long rest.
You note that after about an hour, the mosquito's presence seems to renew itself as they assault both you and your companions. Though the nearby owl seems to be feasting in great joy in heaven. You note that your companion seems to be losing much of their restful sleep. You find yourself distracted by frequent bites as well.
Wake me up, I'll fart cannon this thing now.
I don't want you to not get your spells back, though.
I'll still get him back. We're only an hour in. Yeah, I'd still get him back.
It takes 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, but I only have one of two shapes.
Yeah, but it takes 2 hours for a short rest.
But I don't, because I'm of the moon. I can shapeshift more frequently than you can.
I mean, you can do it as a bonus action, but you still have 2 expenditures.
I've only used one.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying for regaining
For regaining,
So-
you just need a short rest, so you just need 2 hours, is what he's saying.
2 hours.
To be fair, you've used 2. You were a rat earlier today.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I only used one.
You would turn into a skunk.
You didn't turn
Rat
into a skunk.
I didn't turn into a
Oh,
skunk.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, my understanding was you did.
no,
What the
he did not.
fuck?
My bad.
No, I did not. So I've only used one
guys missed
of
that.
my
You
two.
missed what your whole fight gif was about.
You're too busy looking up gifts to
I thought-
understand what the fuck the conversation's about.
I thought he let him do it because he said you sprayed several more times. I guess
No.
you cast
No,
the
I
cantrip
cast
more.
the cantrip.
Yeah, okay,
I
my bad.
remember he didn't do it because he feared death.
So you can wake me up, and I can do it, and then go to bed.
For 2 hours.
I will I will wake Badger up, and I'm deeply sorry, but is there something you can do about the bugs? I fear at this rate no one will get a restful sleep.
Knowing that the smell of the skunk worked, I'm going to wild shape into a skunk.
I'm okay with
And
this.
spray the perimeter of the camp.
All right. Trevok, you note the odor is 10 times as strong as it was when you woke. However, the mosquito presence seems to flee your vicinity. All right. I'm assuming you're going back to bed then, Badger?
I shift back to Badger.
Oh, you don't want to do it as a skunk? You can go to bed as a skunk.
Yeah, I'll go to bed as a skunk. Fuck it.
Just wear off in the middle.
Well,
Yeah.
as
What's
he's
your level?
Or people wake up and they're like, what the fuck, there's a skunk here. Oh, that's probably Badger.
All right, at some point towards the end of your watch there, Trevok, you note that the skunk form which nestled down under Badger's blankets reverts to his gnomish form.
I'm just gonna picture him still in the same skunk curled pose, though.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, your watch comes to an end.
Alright. Let's see. Brackus was taken last. I don't believe Belmar or Urfer called. So I'll wake Urfer.
Urfer, you awaken to the noxious scent of skunk permeating the nearby area. And you notice a few
Oh.
red bumps on your arms and face. Very itchy.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Why did we camp here?
The skunk was Badger. Price to pay for comfort, keeping the bugs away.
Oh. Well, I guess it's yeah, it is an improvement, but damn, I wish we had a better solution. All right, good night. I'll take watch.
Probably also true.
Yeah, just saying. All right, her. You know what to do. Spin that track.
1, 2, you know what to do.
I got a 9.
All right. You unwittingly step in a wet patch of skunk's bench, and you note that your boots seem to be tracking the scent around with you, making everywhere you walk smell even worse than it did when you first woke up.
Oh man, I'm gonna be so easy to track.
Your watch seems to go uneventfully, though.
And be like, putting in the dirt a little bit, in the water a little bit, in the dirt a little bit, by the fire, whatever the f I can think of to try and get it off.
Yeah,
but it doesn't come off.
Just dry that skunk stench to your boots by the fire.
Lawrence, you're muted.
Give me a perception check there, Urfer.
Chris.
21.
As you tromp through the water, you catch a glimpse of something shiny just a little upstream from you. Something glints off the moonlight.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try to pick it up.
You can't quite identify what it is. You caught a glimpse of a shine.
Okay. I will cast... What do I have? Minor Illusion and illuminate it.
Alright, you see what looks to be the skeletal remains of some humanoid figure. From the distance, you can see that it appears to have been slowly washing its way downstream. It's clothed in what looks to be the tattered remnants of a peasant's outfit, and it looks to either have been a small human or a child. You note a glimmer seems to have reflected off of what looks to be a small charm bracelet on the right wrist of the figure.
I will cast Mage Hand to pick up the charm bracelet.
The arm bone rattles as it comes disconnected from the rest of the body and floats on the purple palm of your mage hand as it comes closer to you.
I'm going to put the bones back in the water. And look at the charm.
Alright, you note it's a small silver charm. It appears to be lovingly carved from a small block of bright shining silver into the shape of an owl. The light from the moon occasionally glints off the small inset stones of the creature's eyes, and it gives you a sense of intense wisdom.
Intense wisdom, you say?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Interesting. I will put it in my pocket.
Of course you do. You're going to forget about it, and it's gone.
One of those cursed items Lawrence was talking about.
I know, that's why I'm not putting it on.
I explained my reasoning behind that. I was giving you fair warning, and I was not saying it's because of curse. It works with other items as well. It's just a matter of principle.
Sure.
Curses.
Y'all are so paranoid.
That's one of my character flaws.
How much did I damage you guys? Jesus.
Broken clocks right twice a day, just saying.
12 years, and I've apparently psychologically scarred you all.
Dude,
Well,
I've been in this group for
Except
like
for Mike, he's trying to psychologically scar me.
I've been in the group for like 8 months, and I have already been psychologically scarred before the stories that Ryan told me.
And
I guarantee you he embellished them and made me look like a total asshole.
I'm gonna say, damn, it's not a spoon. And then I go back to my patrol by the fire.
Alright, the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
We only need 4 shifts, right? To get 8 hours. Or I guess we need 5. How long are these shifts?
2 hours.
2 hours? Alright, then I'll wake up Belmar.
How do you wake me up?
I'm gonna go, softly nudge him with my foot.
With your foot? Oh, man.
Belmar, you are immediately awoken to the nearby stench of skunk wafting from the nearby foot.
I'm going to look at Urfer. What are you kicking me for?
He wiped the stank on you.
Oh my god.
You have the next watch, right?
I do, but a hand will do just as well as your freaking foot.
Oh, sorry. Badger wisely left some skunk residue around, so it's keeping the bugs away a little bit better than we faced before. And it seems to be keeping the wolves at bay as well.
You notice you're talking to him that Belmar appears to be covered in dirt.
Oh, but it looks like you have your own solution that you didn't want to share with us. Cool. Good night.
Sleep, sweet dreams. And I'm going to proceed to turn into a small spider and make a web around the camp, a small web. And then I will nestle in a nearby tree and make a nest for mosquitoes and feed.
A small spider weaving a web around the camp.
I'm going to keep it, all intact. Keep
As you attempt to start doing this, you realize it'll take you a minimum of 2 hours to get a web around the whole camp. If you'd like to continue.
And eyesight is pretty bad as a spider, huh? So I'll do one length around the camp, hoping that it's less than 2 hours.
Just doing like one string around? Yeah, you could do that.
One string around, and then I'll make a small nest for mosquitoes to feed upon.
What?
A small web of...
Yeah, a small web to catch flying insects that I can feed upon.
All right. One string around is not going to take too long, but to make a nest of any kind of real webbing, it'll take you at least an hour, so that'll be half your watch.
Okay, I'll spend half my watch creating this nest, trying to keep an eye out, and keeping in contact with the web that I created prior.
All right, give me a disadvantage perception check.
Ooh, that is going to be a 22 at disadvantage.
Fuck you. All right. Well, you make your small webbing, and seems to go uneventfully. You polymorphing out of it, or?
Once everyone awakes, I'll transform out of it.
Oh, you're gonna stay in spider form.
As long as it's not going to take a second expenditure of my beast form. I have, about 4 hours?
Yeah, you're fine. That's what you want to do.
I suppose it is.
All right. Give me another perception check and disadvantage.
At 15.
All right. Rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Dawn starts to break. Most of your companions still seem to be sleeping.
I will come out of my spider shape, and I will slowly start to wake my companions, starting with whoever has been sleeping the longest.
That would be Baracus, who is not at his seat. But give me a perception check as you come out.
I'm right here.
Oh, shit. I couldn't see you through the cloud.
I didn't even puff.
Just hotboxing himself.
Perception, is that at disadvantage?
Nope.
All right, then that is going to be a 22.
As you move to awaken Baracus, you note on the bank of the nearby stream there appears to be a small skeletal arm.
I'll turn back into my natural form and go to inspect it.
All right. It appears to be a wisdom check required.
$16.
It appears to be the forearm and hand of a small child, likely human.
Is there anything else nearby? Anything else I could possibly gather?
Give me a investigation check.
$18.
You see a set of footprints walking up to the stream and then walking out a little further upstream, both coming to and from the camp.
The tracks leading, away upstream, do they go any particular place?
No, they seem to enter the stream from the camp, walk up the stream a little bit, and then walk back to the camp. They
Can I
seem
tell?
to be smaller footprints, smaller boot prints,
Smaller than your average dwarf?
smaller than your average dwarf.
Smaller than your average bear.
Can I
So
gather
it's hard
that?
to tell. You'd gather with a wisdom check, please.
Look at Dave's face, just cringing as he listens.
16.
You would suppose it's either Badger or Urfers, assuming it was somebody from camp.
How long? Who woke me up for watch? Urfer or Baracus or Trevok?
Urfer woke you up. You remember you yelled at him for putting his boot on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Baracus
Right.
is still asleep. He's been asleep the whole night.
Quick, match the footprint from where he nudged you.
Is there any way I can do such a thing?
CSI
Any
this shit.
footprints on there?
No, you can.
All right. I'm going to gather that since Badger probably wouldn't have pilfered a child, I'm going to go up to Urfer and awake him in a slightly ruder manner than he
May I ask why you assume he pilfered? You're seeing a skeletal arm.
I'm seeing a skeletal arm with tracks leading back to camp.
Okay.
I have more faith in Badger than I do Urfer.
Even with Badger's insanity?
Ooh, that's
He
good.
doesn't know I'm insane. Well,
I do.
No,
I
but
do.
it's time out. Something's fucking wrong.
I
doesn't
can't
matter.
go for being directly possessed.
They can all tell that there's something fucking wrong. Mr. Funny Walks, talking to yourself, glaring. I think they all know something's wrong. Maybe not insanity, might be possession, might be something else, might be curses. They have no idea, but they know something's wrong.
yeah, but you're tipping the hand.
I'm not tipping
Yeah.
anything.
Yes,
You're
you did.
acting insane.
You just said insanity.
You know how
Badger's
often I just sit. You're the one tipping the hand. All I'm saying is the same thing I've done before. Is I say the obvious word that is the clear supposition of the rest of the party. I don't say that's what it is. Stop fighting with me tonight.
All right, so with that, I will awaken the rest of the party, saying, "Wake up!" and I will gently kick Urfer awake with my feet, rubbing my feet on him and being kind of a dick in the process.
heading for a party fight. He already whooped you once.
I know. I have something to prove.
What the hell? I just nudged you, man.
Wake up.
I wake up and pack my sleeping stuff.
Assuming everyone wakes up, I'll gesture to the arm. Who knows about that? Seems to be the
Wait.
arm of a child.
Wait, what? And
I don't wake up because I've already been woken up before, so I just roll over.
So you just roll over. Does everyone else wake up?
I wake up and I'll say, "Know about what?" and I'll look around to see what he's motioning to.
A small childlike arm. Skeletal arm.
Oh, I saw a shimmer in the water, so I illuminated it and mage handed it closer. It was a little bracelet. See? I pull it out of my pocket.
This arm looks no bigger than a child's.
Could be a dwarf. I mean, a halfling. But it seems to be magical, and I think it might give the wearer wisdom. Does anyone need wisdom?
That's what you're going with in the game, I guess. Anyone need wisdom? Really? I'm okay with it giving the wearer wisdom, but anyone need wisdom? It's kind of an awkward question.
Urfer, the most eloquent party member.
Fine. I will do an insight check to see which class uses or might use wisdom the most.
Druid.
18.
You have no idea. Character stats aren't. You can't. No.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're.
Unless you have a better way of putting it, no.
What classes need wisdom? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's a no, Dave. If you could put it in a better in-game way, maybe. But otherwise, no.
What class can use knowledge of shit?
No, Dave
Not
needs to
knowledge,
word
it's
it better.
Knowledge is intelligence.
Well, I was gonna see if anyone else needed it, but if not, I'll just wear it.
All right,
I'm still stuck on this arm. Where's the rest of the body?
It's over there a little ways. In the water.
In the direction where you see no sign of the body.
It was floating downriver.
Can I tell, or do I know that witches prefer fresh young blood for certain rituals?
I have no reason to know this in your background, but I'll allow you to make a intelligence check.
Hey, what check?
Non-trained intelligence.
So is that without my perception?
That's with a disadvantage. Why would your perception apply?
Okay. Or I mean my intelligence.
What? No, of course your intelligence modifier applies.
Okay, so that's going to be an 8.
Yeah, you have no idea.
My background would give me some insight as to that, so I will roll.
Intelligence, not at disadvantage.
Why am I at disadvantage?
You have no reason to know it.
I'm a druid. I know things.
Yeah, exactly.
Druids
trees and I know
knower of
things.
things.
I eat berries and I know things.
16.
You've heard such rumors that hags are known to go like children. Sure.
Do we get to slap Urfer with the hand yet? Just
I was gonna.
She just stuck a finger up his nose with the bone. Ah, wait,
I should have woken him up.
Well, makes sense. Hags and blood of the young, known as a component to some rituals.
We have been seeing a lot of insects lately. We must be getting close to their territory. The rest of the body must be close by.
Ryan, did you mention that the crows said that the swamp was expanding?
Nope.
Okay. And pass.
Is there any sign of expanding swamp when I was on my watch?
Add
Yeah,
a character
the one
knowledge.
mosquitoes.
All right, fair enough.
From the strike that mosquitoes, you
didn't
said?
notice. Already failed, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to head down the river in the direction Urfer pointed a bit and see if I can spot the rest of the body.
How
I'm
far are you
still
heading?
sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
What was your question, Lawrence?
Nobody's made more of an attempt to wake you, so yeah, you're still sleeping. You're heading down the river or up the river? So in the direction that he pointed, or the flow of the river? The flow of the river would be going back, almost backwards for you from the direction you've been heading. If you went upriver against the flow, that would be more along the path that Badger's been leading you. So the river is flowing like southwest.
I'm gonna go where
And
the river
Urfer
was. I'm gonna go the direction the river was flowing.
Okay. How far are you going?
Not
Perception check.
not too far out. Maybe a few minutes walk. See if I can spot it. Perception's gonna be a 22.
All right. Just as you're about to give up and head back, you catch sight of what looks to be the skeletal remains lodged on a set of rocks in the middle of the stream. Missing an arm.
All right, I will collect the rest of the remains and bring them back.
You definitely get the sense that this is a wisdom check.
Wisdom's going to be a 17.
That this is a small human child. Or was.
I didn't actually think of that, Chris.
I use a watch box.
Yeah, I use an award
Perfect little dice
box.
box.
Award box I got from a job previously.
Well, I was like, why is the top padded? And then I just started rolling on it. I was like, that actually works really well.
It is really nice because the corners kind of change it from being a natural roll, so it kind of, abruptly rolls it.
Anyway, stupid thought. Continue, please.
So, shall we go?
Did Travox say anything?
He
about
says
it?
as Travox comes back carrying a pile of bones.
Yeah, I cradling a small body in my arms, and I'll just look at Urfer and say, "This is no dwarf.
I didn't say I said it could have been a halfling.
Sorry, this is no halfling. This is a human child, or at least it was."
You want to stop and bury every human child skeleton I find?
Wait, what's your alignment again?
I love it.
Yeah, what is his alignment?
Chaotic.
Dave doesn't have to share that with you.
Neutral good, but it doesn't matter. I'm
I'm not
None
saying
of you
you
have to share your alignments with each other unless you cast spells to figure it out.
Never said you have to bury every body you find, but maybe not tear it apart in the conquest of getting some shiny.
Hey, shinies are good.
I'm gonna step in. Death is death. He's not gonna need that anymore. And I'm gonna scan the body for any coin pouches.
Jesus Christ, you're greedy-ass druid.
He doesn't need it anymore.
All you see is the tattered remnants of a peasant's outfit.
No clothing or anything.
The tattered remnants of a peasant's outfit.
Okay.
Some rotted through rope that probably was used as a belt.
Okay.
And some random scraps of cloth.
See, Booty McBooterson's okay with it.
Booty McMooderson? Was that towards me?
Booty McBooterson. Because you kicked me.
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm gonna bury this body because I feel I should, as it's just a wee lad. But seriously, did you have to take his arm off?
I didn't want to go in the water. I'm sorry. I figured it was safer.
I start to mouth some sort of response to Urfer like 3 times, and then pick up the arm, and I'll go bury the body in the woods somewhere.
You have a shovel?
It'll be a shallow grave.
So you're using your hand, your sword, what?
I'll use my shield as a makeshift shovel.
All right. Takes you about an hour and a half. If anybody wants to help or do anything else while he's doing that, or call him back, or
All right. While he's doing that, I'm gonna ask Urfer, "Did you take the arm for a reason, or just to have it?"
I told you I took it to get the bracelet.
May I see this bracelet?
he showed it to you already.
Yeah, but may I see it like in my hands?
Sure. I produced the bracelet.
Can I detect anything?
Are you casting anything?
No.
No.
Okay.
Get the sense of wisdom when you look at the owl charm, but that's it.
Seems to be a significant charm. And I'm going to hand it back to him, and I will help Trevok dig a shallow grave
All right.
with my wooden
Anybody
shield.
Everybody else? Badger's still sleeping.
Yup.
Brackus, Urfer, do anything else?
I am keeping watch, and I'm consciously allowing Badger to sleep in.
Perception check.
$13.
All right. You don't notice it. An hour and a half. The shallow grave is complete, and the bones are buried.
Now I wake up Badger.
All right, Badger, you are awoken.
Okay.
Time to head out, bud.
I am going to go find us breakfast.
Survival check.
I will stoke the fire back up when I get back to the camp.
Survival is 17.
All right. As you venture about hunting, you reach a sudden clearing in the tree line, revealing what looks to be a small farmland. Numerous crops rising from the dirt. More than seedlings, but you see a small farmhouse in the near distance. And you can see what looks to be a humanoid figure working one of the further fields, maybe 200 feet from you.
Is there any game?
I mean, while you were hunting, you came across the farm. So, I mean, if you want to keep going hunting, you can.
I will approach the character.
The character. Pom pom pom. All right. Are you moving stealthily, or are you just walking openly?
Nope, just walking openly. Hands up, no threat.
As you approach within 100 feet, he suddenly notices you, gives a shout of alarm, and you catch a glimpse that appears to be at least of some form of elven stock. And he gives a shout and seems to run towards the farmhouse.
I call out in Alvin. There's no need to be alarmed. I'm here for questions. I'm here with questions.
His pace slows, and he turns cautiously back. What are you doing out here? His deeper voice giving clue that he's most likely half elven.
I'm a druid of Maleki. I'm here to rid the Shadow Fiend. I have a party with me. I'm surprised that you're still out here tending crops.
A small smile breaks his face as you utter the name Maleki. And he clearly relaxes significantly at that and walks slowly in your direction. Ah, a druid, great. Perhaps you can help with my crops then. I don't know what the Shadow Fiend you seek is, but the land around here is drying up. My wife and I could certainly use some help.
Help in what regard?
The crops, the beasts, keeping the land clear. We don't need much, just us. My wife and I, and our daughter. We don't know where she is.
Your daughter's missing?
She went missing a few days back. Went out to play. Don't have done what I can to find her, but can't go so far. Not great warriors. It's actually why we're out here.
Do you know which way she went?
No, she was just playing behind the house. She vanished. Have you seen her? You see a glimmer of hope flash in his eyes.
I haven't yet, but I am a tracker of skill. Allow me to go find my compatriots.
Of course. Hold up. He brushes one dirty hand on his pants. Corfolo Rolo. Pleasure to meet your honored self.
My name is Jeremiah Shepin, but they call me Badger.
He gives a very low bow after shaking your hand. It's an honor to have a druid visit the farm.
Don't consider it an honor until we find your daughter. Let me go find my party. I'll bring them too.
I'll have my wife brew up some porridge for you all.
No. No trouble.
Please, druid, you honor my house.
I would rather honor your house with my own.
He smiles and bows. You do me too much good, too much honor. Let me show you a little back. Please, bring your friends. I'll have my wife brew up a larger pot. Please.
Right. So I am going to survival on my way back in hopes that I can find some game. Survival is a 23.
Alright, you managed to snag a rabbit as well as a very plentiful berry bush on the way back.
Right.
Well, he's been off tracking. What's everybody else doing after you finish the grave? You guys, Belmar and Trevok come back to find Belmar's pack wrapped up, and he's gone. Most likely out hunting based off of your previous experience with him.
I'm packing up.
You see Baracus blaring around the camp, clearly on watch. And Urfer, I don't know what Urfer's doing because he never told me.
Read my book.
I assumed. I didn't want to say.
Expecting that Badger's going to return with some manner of game, I'm going to make sure that the fire doesn't go out. And then I will continue reading my alchemy book.
Alright.
I'm going to search the ground in the immediate area for anything along the lines of footprints, acorns, anything like that.
Give me a survival check.
Nine.
You find no acorns, and the only footprints are those of your party.
All right. I will return to camp and try to find an oak tree. If I can, I will pray underneath it with my hand extended to it.
You fail to find any oak trees around.
All right. I will find a tree
That
and pray to that.
All right. After about an hour, Badger comes back into camp. Ryan, you're on mute in case you didn't know.
He is.
I know. It's on me.
You're back in camp now.
Yeah.
I found a farm. They are in dire straits. I can help them, as I'm sure Belmar can help them. All that being said, I'm concerned. They've lost their daughter. They don't know where she is. And I feel this all ties.
Did they say how long ago?
A couple days at most.
Can I do some sort of check to see if the skeleton we found could have been from a child a couple of days ago?
Which way's the farm?
You can make a wisdom check.
From which I came.
North.
Nat 20.
So, the way the river's not flowing. Or the opposite direction of where the river is flowing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, Trayvog's heart sinks. I agree. I fear the worst. If there's a missing child involved, I'd like to do what we can, though.
Mike sent you a message. So what are we doing?
I'll look to Badger. Badger, you said I can help. Does it have anything to do with the child, or is there something else they need?
Now they're farmers. They simply need the grace of the gods.
Don't we all? Show us the way. I'll come with you.
Alright, I will lead everybody back.
Alright. After about a half-hour walk, assuming everybody's going, yes? Right. Half-hour walk, you find yourself on the edge of the farmland again.
Do we see anybody?
You see a humanoid figure at the farmhouse in the distance, waving to you all as you break through the forest line. Walking up to the farm, or
Yeah, continuing up to...
a pair of shaggy dogs comes running out, barking, bouncing happily around you as you approach.
I'm going to use my Staff of the Woodlands to communicate with animals and talk to the dogs.
All right. Hey, friends, friends, friends! Yeah, friends! Pet me, pet me, pet me! Woo! Play, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Hey, 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 let's play, let's play. That's pretty much what you hear as they bounce around you excitedly.
I am going to cautiously walk up to one and pet it for a second. I'll abruptly stop and ask, "Oh, what?"
It licks your hand excitedly.
Yeah,
The
I'll
other
pet
jumps
it.
up on your side, attempting to get your attention.
I'll use both hands to pet both the dogs, and then I will abruptly stop. I'll abruptly stop asking, "These farmers, they lost a child. Do you know anything about it? Have you seen anything?"
Little one gone. Sad, very sad, very sad. Pet us more. More friends. Pet, 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 pet.
More pets if you tell me where the child has gone. What took the child?
Bad.
Now hold the hands out.
Bad thing. Bad thing. Pet, pet, pet.
I'll slowly but unsatisfactorily start to pat them and say, "What happened? What bad thing?"
They both give low, whiny growls in response to your questioning. The rest of you hear yip, 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 coming out of Belmar.
I'll pat them more satisfactorily and then ask them again, "What happened to the child? What bad thing?"
They both whine even louder, laying down on the ground, giving you sad puppy eyes. Bad thing, take. Dogs ain't that smart.
Yeah.
Dogs are great, don't get me wrong, but they ain't that smart.
Bad thing. What did it smell like? What does the bad thing smell?
Bad. Bad.
To the farmer, just
The farmer walks out to you all. Welcome, I'm Corfolo Rollo. Welcome to my farm. His eyes widen. Looking at Belmar. Are you a druid as well? My farm is doubly blessed. And he bows incredibly low. Once again to Badger and once to Belmar.
I will kind of nod to them. I am a druid. What seems to be the... Badger said you need help. What can we do for you?
Have you seen my daughter? That's the most pressing.
I look to Urfer.
what can you tell us of your daughter? Sorry,
Can
did
I
I just?
finish?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know if you were just shooting a glance.
I look to Urfer. You want to maybe show him that?
Did your daughter have any distinguishing features or items that we could identify her with?
She was half elven. I mean, like me. You get most of it from her mother, but... Short, blonde hair. Sweetest girl you've ever met. Oh, she was the light of my life. She is the light of my life. She is. You can see him bracing himself. She had a little charm bracelet. She wore, never took it off. It was a gift from her mother.
I'm gonna
Mother's old days.
like bow my head and say I'm sorry, and take the charm bracelet out of my pocket and give it back to him.
As soon as you pull the charm bracelet out, he collapses to the ground, sobbing, crying. No, no!
I'm giving Urfer the dirtiest look right now.
Why?
You see a more elven figure step into the doorway and come rushing out as she sees Corporal on the ground. What is it? What happened? As she rushes to Corporal's side. This woman is clearly a full elven stock.
I found your daughter's charm, and she is no more. I'm sorry.
Her eyes go steely cold. How can you be certain? Where's her body?
I look to Trebok.
Yeah.
And say, we found a child's bones with this charm, and
If it was bones, it couldn't have been hers. There's no way she could have been brought to bones so quickly. Even if predators had gotten to her. No way.
we've come here because we heard that a hag's coven is close.
You see as a bit of the hope and steel loose falls from her eyes and her shoulders sag a bit. A coven? But, no. Can't be.
I'm sorry.
You're sure the bones were half elven?
I am not that skilled.
Then she might still be alive. Covens take lots of children. She could have given her bracelet to another. She's that kind-hearted. She might have done it to raise their spirits. She could still be alive. You don't know that.
She might.
Giving a slight glare to Urfer, she regains her steely posture and looks at the rest of you. I'm Alama Arolo. My husband invited you in. Come, have some porridge. And then you can find my daughter.
I'm going to approach the couple and place my hands on their shoulder. On their
It's
shoulders.
gonna be hard for you.
Yeah.
You're like, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm going to approach them. Chances are your daughter is gone. You shall conceive another. Life finds a way, but death is short to follow. You should keep an eye on your next born more thoroughly than you did your current daughter.
You guys are awful.
And now we get chased off of a farm.
Alama stops as she was about to turn back to the house. Druid or no, I would ask you to leave.
To me?
Yeah.
I shall stand and watch, but heed my words.
Leave our farm. Now.
I'm gonna
I don't know what
walk
kind
in-
of druid you are, but you do not nurture life as you should. They treat us so harshly. I've never met one such as you. If only the Archdruid still walked these forests, he would take better care. I would ask you to leave and leave now. I want to hear no more words from you. There is poison from the branch.
I will. What'd they say?
Told you to leave.
Yeah.
So as I will begin to walk towards the edge of what seems to be their property, I'll look over my shoulder. Life is just a crucial part of death and nature. It's best something you better get used to. And I'll walk to what seems to be the border of their camp and step just over it.
As you say those words before you get there, in response to you opening your mouth, her arm whips forward faster than any of you can see, and you see a wand rests in her hand pointed directly at you.
Oh, fuck.
I said leave!
I walk to the border of their farms, take a step over, and then turn around and look at her.
The rest of you see her muttering a few words and wave her hands in Belmar's direction.
Can I tell what the words are?
They seem to be something almost arcane or ethereal to you.
All right, knowledge arcane. See what she's up to.
Well,
15.
I'm giving you the opportunity to react. Is what I'm doing. So, if you're trying to figure out what she's doing,
You can't counterspell.
that's replacing the reaction. Is what I want to make sure.
Can I tell she's casting something at me?
You turned your back on her.
Okay.
I thought you said you turned back to face her.
I did.
Adrian said those, and he started walking off her property. And then he said he stepped over. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
I'm allowing a quick reaction if anybody wants to do anything before she finishes.
Step between them.
I'm gonna kill this lady.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, dude.
Okay, she's going to cast her spell then.
Okay.
A wall of vines erupts on the borders of her property, encircling the entire farm, blocking Belmar's view. Belmar, give me a dex check.
22.
All right, you manage to nimbly leap aside as the far side of the viney wall that sprouts before you seems to be coated in vicious, dripping thorns.
Impressive.
The
That's
lady,
not going to kill him, right?
it's like, what?
That's not going to kill him, right? And that's in character.
She places the wand back on her belt. No. What? Meleki's grace still blesses me. I will not have him on my farm again.
That's fine. That was awful.
Please, she says, still a bit of steel in her voice. Come have some porridge. She gently guides her husband, who still seems racked with sobs, fully ignoring the charm bracelet that Arthur held out, and walks him back into the house. Holy shit, Mike!
I didn't mean. Well,
Holy shit! I thought Dave was rough.
well,
I
hey,
was trying to be like abrasive.
Holy crap!
It's the way of nature.
Never become a doctor. Ever.
Children die. That's what happens.
Holy crap!
Jesus.
All right, so I'm gonna
get myself over that.
I'm gonna post a kind of a watch outside these vines and wait for the party to rejoin me. And with that, I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ! All right, I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, eat porridge, not say anymore.
Badger, Brackus, Trevok.
I'm trying to find the gif of Jesse awkwardly drinking water at the table. Breaking Bad, because that's how I feel. That was just awful.
Holy shit! I didn't expect that.
Like, I was trying to be like,
Maybe you take better care of the next one.
Oh,
damn.
God.
Jesus Christ.
No, he didn't say maybe you will. He said you should take better care of your
Yeah,
next.
I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Further on specifying, then you did this one.
Ryan, are you awake?
Yeah.
Do you need to call it?
No, I'm good.
Actually, I was about to ask.
You are?
I wouldn't mind calling it shortly.
All right, we'll call it as you walk into the house.
Okay. Just because I don't work in the morning, so.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Good lord.
Maybe
That was
just give
that's
us
a rough way to end. Damn. Holy shit.
Think on this before we
Holy crap.
address it next time. Oh, wow.
That was something else.
I was just trying to
Dave, you
justify
are-
my action.